Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome in to the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel live on a Thursday night, each and every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We did do a live show last night, so don't adjust your channel. Everything is A-okay. We're good to go. Thank you for joining me, and you guys saw the title, so we are going to talk about maximizing your return and your profits on each and every item. Hopefully you guys see the new outline. I've got more coming. That way you know you're on my channel. The Rockstarflipper logo and a live subscriber count, 76,941. Thank you guys so much for that. Quick hello to a few people in the chat already. RVA Flips, Primetime Treasure, Dominic, who I did the live show with last night. If you didn't see it, go back and check it out. Thrift Trader Jason Deason is in the house. And my other admin, Flippin' Hippo Star, here, as well as all the rest of you. I see you, Stephanie Purdue. Welcome in and thank you. This is where we talk about eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, e-commerce platforms, making money, entrepreneurs, running a business, and just overall how to make a living, how to make money. And it's been a crazy day. You guys can't even imagine the day I've had, and the week, really. But let's get through that. Let's have a good time. Cheers to everyone that's here. Sprite and Grey Goose for the win. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? And cutting out the middleman. That's our topic tonight. Cutting the middleman out of reselling. How do you cut the middleman out? Does anyone know who the middleman is? Hi, Colleen. How you doing? Does anybody know who the middleman of reselling is? Does anybody know how you get rid of that person and who they are? If we got to get rid of them, we got to know who they are first. Who's our middleman? Who are we cutting in a percentage to each and every day? Does anybody know? Yeah, I'm a little stuffy. I will agree with that, Tracy. Excuse me if I sound a little congested. Little bit. I'm all good, though. Goodwill. Diana Hollish says it's Goodwill. PayPal. The supplier Hollywood Rage is a good question. eBay, Goodwill. Okay, so there are 4 steps to a resale transaction, okay? So let me give you guys the 4 steps to most retail and resale transactions, and then we'll see where we can cut out one of those people. So step 1 is the end user. And this is, and I'm talking about used merchandise, mind you. This is for used. For new, it's different, of course, but for used. Step 1 is the end user. That's us. That's me and you and every other person that wears a shirt and then donates it or sells it at a garage sale or X or Y or Z or whatever. We're the person that starts with the piece of merchandise that will ultimately be bought, be sold, be flipped, whatever. That's step 1. We're the end user. Step 2 is genuinely the place that the shirt gets donated. That's your Salvation Army, your Goodwill, your thrift store, your whatever, your estate sale, what have you. They are step number 2. They're what's called the resale retailer. Retail resell. Okay? Step 3 is the reseller, the flipper. That's us. That's us. That's the pickers. We're those guys. And step 4 is the end user that ultimately buys the used piece of merchandise. Well, we want to sell to this guy, the end user, directly to him. And we're selling through a platform. Okay, so the platform is not a purchaser of the merchandise. They're an in-between. They're a middleman on the transaction side. You can't really cut them out because without them, you aren't going to reach this end user. You certainly could start your own website and market and advertise, but you're still going to pay some amount of money. So that's kind of not something we can get rid of. So from us to them with the middle platform, it's kind of necessary. The end user that starts is the guy that has the merchandise. Well, we can't get rid of him because that's where the merchandise comes from. So that only leaves one thing we can get rid of, and that's going to be the retail reseller. That's the thrift stores. Now, am I telling everyone not to go to thrift stores? No, by all means, buy everything you can from a thrift store. But whenever we complain about buying merchandise, what does everyone complain about? They complain about high prices at thrift stores. How do we cut out this guy as often as possible? Well, you have to buy directly from this little guy over here, and this little guy is the dude that's donating shirts and shorts. Well, you can't stand outside of Goodwill and raid their donation bins. You can't, technically poach their customers when they're about to go donate and try to get them to sell you that merchandise out in the parking lot. That's kind of against the rules and almost against the law. Just keep that in mind. It's called poaching. It certainly will get you booted. It could get you arrested in some cases. Getting rid of PayPal and eBay is tough. I see everyone commenting that, but it's really not. So anyway, how do we get rid of those people going directly to the customer? Well, Facebook and Craigslist are a great way to start. Everyone knows all the platforms. Letgo and OfferUp are 2 others. Those are 4 platforms that most of us use. You can also buy off people like eBay and Amazon customers who underprice items and reflip them. That's more expensive, but it's a good way. Garage sales, yard sales, and privately ran estate sales are almost always your best bet. Estate sales, because they're inside, and all of you that are complaining about the snow in the chat, I see you up north, and everyone who blew up my social media about the snow today, you can still go to estate sales when they are inside. If they're indoors in the house and it's snowing, as long as you can get to them, you safely get to them, you can still go to them. And that's how we're going to cut out the middleman. So you guys saw that the other day, Saturday, we did a couple of yard sales, and we were able to buy 6 Tommy Bahama jeans and 2 Tommy Bahama shirts for $8, $1 each. I mean, you go into a thrift store, and I was in one Wednesday, Salvation Army, and they were $8 a piece. Well, it's kind of common sense. It's no, shocker and no rocket science that tells you that $8 for 1 and $8 for 8, we're cutting that $7 middleman profit out. A lot of you say it's cold. You can't go to yard sales or garage sales all year round like I can. It's 80 degrees here, in case anyone was wondering. Today's high/low, ridiculous. But you can. So just because people can't set up garage sales out in their driveway doesn't mean they don't still have that merchandise in their garage for sale. So how are we going to reach those customers in the cold, whether you're in the cold or the hot, but mainly for those of you up north? How do you reach customers and get merchandise out of each and every garage that is not able to set up outside because of the weather? Hey, Adam, thank you for the $2 super chat. You guys just saw tails run across the screen. Awesome. Thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate that, buddy. It's not zombies, it's tails. So, yeah, some people had some choice words for my 80 degrees today. So, Megan Mawinnie in the house. What is up, Meg? How you doing? They now have online garage sales. That's right. So here's how I recommend that you guys go about it. And this is something I've touched on, but I've never shared this exact topic of conversation. So on the Craigslist page, there is a section for garage sales. And that section, you can make an advertisement that says, let's say it's snowing next weekend. Hey, snow got you down? Can't have your garage sale? Send me some pictures of everything you have for sale, and I'll make you an offer to buy some of your items or buy out your garage sale. Does anyone realize how ridiculously effective that is? Trust me when I tell you, if you take the time, it only needs to be like a little 5-paragraph or 5-sentence ad. You don't have to write a book. Just say, hey, I'm interested in buying all kinds of merchandise. I buy clothes, I buy shoes, I buy electronics. Shoot me some pictures of your yard sale that you were going to have, some of the items that you have. Tell me how much you want for them. Tell me where you're located, whatever. Advertise it and watch the responses you get. Hey, Flippin' Daddy, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Tails appreciates it as well. Tell them, use a fake email. Don't use your real email. You don't want people to have your real phone number. Just tell them to email you back with that. Watch the responses that you get. Advertise it around your local 5 cities, your 5 areas, your little, your circle of where you live, neighborhoods that are rich. The other place that you can do it, and this takes a little permission, and I have shared this with some people, is to go on Facebook to the Facebook yard sale groups, get permission in the group so you don't get booted, and advertise to buy out people's garage sales that way. You can do that here in Florida, but you can certainly do it when it's snowing in Indianapolis or Chicago or, Sioux Falls or Green Bay or wherever you live. People can't set up. They want the junk gone out of their house. They want it out of their garage. And if somebody's willing to buy stuff and they don't even have to set up a yard sale, no brainer, guys, no brainer. Please tell me you can do that. Elizabeth Hankins, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. There's Tails again. Get them, Tails. Do your dance, Tails. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you to Thrift, everybody who just donated over here to me, Flippin' Daddy, and to Adam just a minute ago. Thank you guys so much. So Tails is making royalties tonight. Yeah. Yeah. So you can also put an ad. So Skits Emporium just had a really good suggestion. Just like you advertise to get your garage sale on Treasure Map, you can advertise to have your garage or to buy garage sales that appear on Treasure Map. If for some reason a Treasure Map is full of garage sales and then all of a sudden it's going to rain Saturday and nobody's going to be able to set up, contact all those people that advertise their garage and yard sales and offer to buy their stuff. Have them send you pictures. Have them tell you what they have. Tell them to send you some of the brands, some of the exact, 10, 12 pictures. And they will much rather spend 15 or 20 minutes emailing you in pictures than hours setting up a garage sale, especially if you're going to come over and spend $50, $100. You could kill it. Trust me, it works. Nobody believes me, and then they do it, and they thank me later. And so that's really what's up, Shane? How you doing? That is how, Google Voice thing. That is how I make a lot of purchases. That's how I used to live. I used to only buy off Craigslist. I don't think you guys really understand how much buying I did on Craigslist. So I used to have a Hummer. It's an old school Hummer. Hey, James Crawford, thank you so much for the subscription. There is your zombies, Adam, right there when you subscribe. Right there. I used to only buy off local Craigslist. There was no Facebook groups, no Facebook yard sale groups. There was no storage auctions at first. There were some later down the road, but it was all Craigslist buying. And it was incredible. I had to wake up in the morning. I had pre-written advertisements. Like I had a Craigslist ad to buy cell phones, one to buy iPods, one to buy clothes, one to buy furniture. I had ads for everything. I would copy and paste those ads. I'd create 10 different ones for cell phones, 10 different ones for clothes, because you didn't want to keep using the same ads over and over again on Craigslist, because Craigslist started remembering the ads and ghosting you or flagging you or removing them right away. I had 10 different titles. I could literally just copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste and create ads in the morning. I'd come back at lunchtime and create more. Dinner time, I'd create more. When you used to scroll down Craigslist in some of the sections, it would be me over and over and over and over again. Just all of my ads, just relentlessly. If you wanted to sell something, it was me that came up. Ray, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that, bud, right there. There was literally unlimited ads that I would get through Craigslist. I got so much merchandise, it was nuts. So anyways, let me unsub and resub. Yeah. I do have a storage unit loaded with non-clothing. Oh, smash the like button. Yep, thank you so much on the like button. Appreciate that, guys. Live chat is kind of bad. First time I've been able to chat in the last 5 minutes. Tam's Place. What's wrong with the live chat? Exactly. Subscribe and unsubscribe. Oh, God. You guys can do it. I don't know if the little zombie guy will keep doing it, but we'll have to see. Thank you for the great advice. So helpful. Local sales on OfferUp is on fire. I sold 5 new ugly Christmas sweaters today. Michelle, that's awesome. Christmas sweaters, guys. Another bolo. Everyone knows about Christmas sweaters, but you should have them up now. They're selling. I sold one a couple days ago. It gets super busy. Just don't use trademark brand images. Yeah, don't use trademark brand images. Yeah, spamming Craigslist was what we used to do. We didn't post like 100 a day. We'd post like 3 or 4, maybe like 1 per section or 2 per section. And so we'd have like 4 or 5 sections. Sometimes it'd be like 8 or 10 ads a day. But yeah, after a while, when you post them every day, day after day after day, anybody searching for anything, it would come up. Flippin' Hippos must have just unsubscribed and resubscribed because she just came across with the zombie. Thank you, Flippin' Hippos. I appreciate that. Pedro Castro subscribing. Thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that, Pedro. And Star wore her ugly Christmas sweater to sell a Tigger plush. That's pretty funny. Chat is okay here. Yeah, it looks like the chat's good. Paying $275 for about 150 quick profit tomorrow. Thrift Trader, that is a great profit. Here's the other thing I used to do. Does anybody have live auctions at their local cities? Like, I don't mean like a live auction, like a car auction or something. I mean like a live auction where they'll have, say like a table, pretend like it's one of those fold out tables. The whole table will have like 100 items on them. And say like this table's full of NASCAR merchandise. There might be some die-cast cars and some plates and some plaques and maybe a jacket laying on the end. And so they'll go to the table and they'll start the auction and they'll say, auction starts at $5. Robin Adler, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. And so they'll start the auction at like $5 and they'll go $5. Who wants the $5? Any item, $10, 10. I got 10. I got 15. And then they'll end at say like $20. And $20, whoever bid the highest gets to come up to the table and pick any item they want off the table. And then for $20, they can buy any other item. And if they don't want more than 1 or 2 items, then they'll redo the bidding. They'll open at 5. And then they'll say 5, 10. Because maybe everyone wanted that jacket. And so everyone bid up to 20 and the $20 guy gets the jacket. And now the rest of the stuff isn't so good. So now the bids only get to $10. And so somebody wins a $10 bid. They come up and take the plates. There might be 4 or 5 plates. They pay $10 each. 50. And eventually the table gets down to being empty after they do all the bids. Sometimes there's an item or 2 items left over that nobody wants. Well, at some of those auctions, when there's items left over on the tables, they'll have hundreds of tables set up. One might be baby dolls, one might be jewelry, all kinds of stuff. They'll take all that stuff, at least at my auction, and they'll put it on pallets. Like literally they'll just stack stuff on a pallet. At the end of my auctions, there was like 20, 30 pallets. They would sell them for 10, 15 bucks a pop. I'd come in at the end and I'd be like, listen, I'll take all 20 pallets, $200 right now. I would fill a Hummer, now not a military Hummer, this is a new style Hummer, with 20 pallets of merchandise. I'd just stuffing this stuff in a Hummer until I couldn't stuff anymore. I mean, I was driving down the road like this with merchandise right here. Jake Hayward, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that. And I would drive all this stuff home that I spent like $150, $200 on. I'd get it out and there'd be some stuff in there that was $50 items. I mean, it was incredible. I don't know if you guys have any of that, but that's what I used to do. So yeah. Casey has a winter cold and it's 75 there. Yeah, we had a cold front. It dropped like 5 degrees. Caused me to get all crazy. Snow does not make you immune to colds, by the way. Great auctioneer impression. Yeah, thank you. Auction houses. Yeah, auctions are a great source. If you've never checked them out, Google up your local auctions and check them out. Oh, there's the update. It takes a few minutes, but the subscriber count updated, so thank you guys for that. You have to lay in the snow. Anita, hi from Orlando. God, you guys are so... I've never said this before, but you guys are so weak when it comes to cold weather. What would you guys do, man? Cold weather. Whew. You guys are so weak. You don't even know how to live. I'm going to get attacked for this. Anyway, so cutting out the middleman. Auctions, end users, Craigslist, Facebook, yard sale groups, yard sales, garage sales, owner-ran, family-ran estate sales in most cases. Mostly the corporations are no different than Salvation Armies or Goodwills. Come here, bud. Roscoe's looking all sad over there. What's in the glass? Sprite, yeah, Sprite and Grey Goose. Sprite and Grey Goose. With a splash of grenadine, because I like grenadine. I'm just a grenadine fan. So Sprite and grenadine with my favorite Grey Goose in there. It's Thursday night. Thursday's kind of like my Friday with you guys. It's weird. Any advice on gaining wholesale connections? Really, wholesale connections just come with networking and exploring. I mean, I know of 20 places that sell wholesale. You know, I know liquidation.com, Blue Lots, B-Stock Supply. I know, Suncoast Liquidators that I just marketed for you guys, CNC Wholesale. I know so many wholesale companies you guys could go out and, WalmartLiquidations.com. So many of them. You just have to do your research, do your manifest pricing, and really you just have to learn the hard way, buying, selling, and profiting and not profiting, and figure out who's the best for you. I mean, really, there's no other way to do the wholesale. So, I do not love cold weather. So my thing about cold weather is that I would rather be really hot and sweaty. When you're really hot, the worst thing that can happen to you, as long as you don't get heat stroke or something, is that you get sweaty. When you're cold, your stuff gets numb. You can get like frostbite. When you bang your hand, your hand hits something, it's freezing, you like break your fingers off. It's no good. Anybody who doesn't know, this is Chewbacca. His name, we call him Chewy. This is our little rescue dog. We've had him for a couple years now. Athletic Glow, thank you for the subscription, buddy. I appreciate that. Chewy is not a thrifting fan. Anytime we bring home thrifting clothes, he like turns his nose up at the bags. So yeah, anyways. This is Thrifty. This is Chewy. Chewbacca. He's our little dog. We think he's a Havanese or Havanese mix. We rescued him from outside of our office a couple years ago. He was walking around in the rain, skin and bones, matted, disgusting, smelled like he hadn't bathed ever. We think he's probably like 5 years old now, maybe 6. I don't know. He's a middle-aged dog. He's super full of energy. He runs. He loves everybody. He's a little sketchy with new people, especially males. He loves females, but males he gets a little sketchy with. But he's a good boy overall. He behaves. He goes days without going pee. He doesn't like going outside, but he does. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't go days, but we make him. Right, buddy? He loves me sometimes. He still thinks I'm a little sketchy. Good boy. Roscoe's wandering around somewhere. Anyway, so welcome in, everyone. We're going to let him down. He's like done with his camera time. All right, buddy, you're good. Come here, Rocco P. Roscoe runs off. He just gets weird. Glynis84. Do I think there's still money in branding products to sell on Amazon? Private labeling. Yes, there is, but it's very competitive and flooded. I recommend not going into the cell phone electronic accessory market. Paul DeLeo says there's never car fatality accidents due to sunshine. Mostly true. Some people get it in their eyes, but yeah, there's no snow to do it. So yeah, Justin says his dog digs through his thrift bags. Yeah, mine don't want anything to do with it. They run off. They're like, what is this crap in our house? Anyway, so any other questions, please put them out there. I love talking about yard sale, garage sales. Going this weekend really, really inspired me. And thanks to Sydney for that. Sydney was here if you guys didn't see her. She's back home now. She came for the Posh Party last Thursday night. She hung out and ended up staying through the weekend and a couple more days. She extended the stay a little bit. A lot of people asked me if Sydney was my sister, which is kind of weird. I don't think we look anything alike. Sydney is not my sister. She's another reseller, a big Poshmark seller, Poshmark ambassador, Poshmark closet consultant, spokesperson, YouTuber. She's from South Carolina, and she has a YouTube channel, Sydney L. I'll link it for you guys down below, and Instagram. So she was here for the Posh Party. She was here for St. Augustine. We got to meet her for the first time out in Vegas for eBay Open. She was out there. So she's just part of the community, and she hangs out, and she's awesome. And she lives a couple states away. She came to hang out for the Posh Party, had fun in Florida, and decided to hang around for a few extra days. So that's why she was. We're not sisters. I don't have a sister. I have an older brother. Anyone who doesn't know, he's 10 years older than me. He'll be 43, or he just turned 43. So yeah, that's the only sibling that I have. So Nancy, you're not late. You're late to the live show, but you can rewatch it. I don't flip coins and currency. I'm sorry. Chewy's a lot spoiled. He is. He's a rescue dog, so he had a rough beginning in life, so we try to spoil him a little bit. Roscoe's a Yorkie. He's always spoiled. I don't play Xbox. Sorry, I have PS4. I thought you started taking in wayward resellers. Paul said no. We didn't. We didn't. I hardly have time for WoW. Yeah, I'm sure that Keith's complaining about WoW, but you know what? I'll get back on it. I do play World of Warcraft from time to time. Anybody interested in that, you can hit me up. Keith plays too. Star's other half. Swimmerization says he's visiting Florida, not looking forward to sweating in the house as the air is set for 78. 78 is entirely too high. Our house is set to 73 right now, or 74, and I'm hot. It's 70 outside right now. Remember that. It's 9:30 at night, and it's like in the mid 60s or right at 70. I don't even know what it's at right now. It's dropping at night. It is dropping. Oh, look, you guys are in business. Look, it's 61 right now. But look what the high was today. Tomorrow's high is only 67, but then it goes back up to almost 80. Check it out. I'll show you guys. Check it out. 75, 79, 77, 78, 79, 80, 80, 81. Next Saturday, a week from this Saturday, which would put it at what? What is that? The 24th of November. We're talking Thanksgiving, guys. 81 degrees in Florida, in Tampa. We're not even in Miami. Woo, go Florida. Anyways. Yeah, when we were at the Airbnb, Star put it at 68 degrees and I was freezing. Why don't I have both an Xbox and a PS4? Because I can't play both at the same time. Sorry. I am buying a 70-inch TV to game on. So if you guys get on PS4, I'll have a 70-inch TV next week. So spoiled is too negative, properly cared for. Right. Oh, I have a big, big announcement for you guys, but I don't know if I'm allowed... I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it completely, but I want to give you guys a heads up. Next week or the week after, I'm doing a collab, thrifting-related collab, with a YouTuber that has 105 or 110,000 subscribers. It's not Resale Rabbit, and it's not Steve Rakin. It's somebody you've never heard of. They don't have a reselling YouTube channel. Their channel is about something totally different, but we are doing a thrifting video. Now, this particular YouTube channel is involving two stars of the YouTube channel, and one of those stars is a four-legged YouTuber. And I can't really give you too much more information about it. I don't know how long till it goes up, but we're going to do a collab. They're local here to Tampa. The person reached out to me today, the human manager of this four-legged furry YouTuber reached out to me, and we're going to get together and hopefully have this video done in the next 2 weeks and get it up. It's going to be on their channel. I might be able to get some behind the scenes and some footage to put on my channel, which will be totally awesome. If not, I'll link you to their channel. But they're super special, and they have an awesome channel. They have only been on YouTube for 9 months, and they already have 105 or 110,000 subscribers. It's incredible. They only have 60 videos. So it's going to be amazing, and I get to do a YouTube video with a YouTube star who is growing, and I think we'll hit 1 million subscribers like in the next 2 years. So, yeah. So that's what I can't wait to do. Did Poshmark make an announcement today? No, Macari did though. Macari has a shipping one. The skateboarding bulldog. No. It is not a bulldog, I promise you. This is a very special dog that's only been online for 9 or 10 months. The first video it uploaded was like February. So I can't wait to do this collab and get this video up. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do like Rockstar versus this YouTuber thrift battle. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. It's awesome. So I don't know if I can give any more details than that, but that's coming soon. Hopefully by the first week of December, we will have that video up. It is local. It is Tampa. They're not far away. Absolutely cannot wait. I'm excited. I binge watched their YouTube channel tonight, and it was incredible. They might be in the chat right now. If you are in the chat right now and we can give it away, tell me, but I don't think they're in the chat right now. Oh, Poshmark added a gift market today. Oh, okay. All right. I'll have to check that out. Spuds McKenzie. I don't know who is Spuds McKenzie. I have no idea who that is, Paul. Sorry. Yeah, Posh. I guess Posh did have an announcement. Like I said, guys, I had a crazy day, and I didn't really check in on too much news today. So I'll have to catch up on that. I do know Macari has a new contract for shipping, so I'll update you guys on that tomorrow. Hey, what is up? Nick Snacks in the house. Doug's wife, what is up? The sharing on the app is different. Starting to what qualifies as gifts? I don't know. I'll have to look into it, Adam. I'll have to look into new Poshmark. I'll ask Sid, and I'll ask a couple people that I know. I'll have to check into that. Macari has a new shipping update. Does anyone here sell a Macari? They had a huge piece of news today. I don't know how many of you actually ship and sell on Macari on a regular basis or use it. Basically, Macari teamed up with UPS, United Postal Service, and they want to do anonymous shipping, like private shipping. So you can hide your personal information, essentially. So that's pretty cool. That's a good thing because a lot of Macari people you do local transactions, but now you can ship anonymously. So, yeah. How big do you recommend being before getting into wholesale? You probably need at least $5,000 or $10,000 disposable capital to be able to spend on wholesale a month if you want to be successful at it. If you're only trying to spend $1,000 on wholesale, you're not going to do very well. Just a thought. Spuds was he the little bulldog? Not the bulldog, but what's that little Target dog? What kind of dog is that? Is that like the bull? What do they call those things? They call them like bull terriers. The little bull terriers, right? So I think Spuds was like a little bull terrier, if I remember right. I know who he is. I'm not that young. Come on. Yeah, so gifts is confusing. There's a list, but it doesn't match up with what's in the gift category. I'll look into it. Oh, we got another subscription from Darlene Johansson. Thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that. Spuds McKenzie he wasn't the Target dog. Was he a beer dog? Was he for like Budweiser, Bud Light, something like that? Who was Spuds all over the place? I don't remember. Somebody might want to tell me who he was for. I just remember he was the bull terrier guy before the Target dog existed. He was like, I think he did he do Bud Light? Was that his original one? I don't remember. Somebody can help me out with that one. Bud Light dog, yeah, Budweiser, yeah. Yeah, it was a bull terrier. Yeah, I remember that. But that was before the Target dog. So anyhow. You guys are great. I appreciate all of you who are here. 203 viewers. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button if you decide to roll out early. Thank you for checking in and taking a minute. If there's any other questions, I'll be happy to take them. Thanks for the subscription, John Morse. Welcome to your zombies over there. Yeah, actually, Spuds was, if I remember right, somebody Wikipedia this or Google this. I'm not, but Spuds was a girl dog. I don't think the original Bull Terrier was a boy. I think it was a girl dog. Those commercials had to have been in the early 90s, so that dog is definitely passed away. Even if that dog was 95, that would make it 23, plus it had to be a year or two old. That dog, the oldest living dog ever was like 28, so... RVA Flips, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. $1.99. Check out RVA Flips when you get a chance. Just search for it right in your search bar. RVA Flips, you'll find it. I think that dog's definitely passed on. You'd have to Wikipedia or Google it, but I think it was a female dog. I don't think the original Budweiser Bull Terrier dog, I didn't know its name was Spuds. I know it now, but I believe it was a female. I could be wrong. Doug the Pug. Yeah, if you haven't seen my Playlist Live video, go search my channel for Playlist Live. Playlist, Playlist, space live from Orlando last year. And we'll be back in March to Playlist Live. I think Sid might be coming in town for that. It's a YouTuber convention. Doug the Pug was there, and I have video of Doug the Pug. I met Doug the Pug. I got a little video of him doing the sexy and I know it or something like that. I can't remember what exactly I did. You have to look on my channel, but yeah, I think that Spuds dog was a female. She passed on in 93. Yeah. So that dog was probably 80s dog, right? And it was a she, right? Spuds was a female. Yeah. Yeah. Doug the Pug's owners just actually got married, this past weekend, and they make millions off of that dog. So I'm going to try to find you guys the little Doug the Pug thing, and I'll show it to you. Just give me just a second. But yeah, some of these dogs make a lot of money on YouTube. YouTube's a huge revenue stream for dogs. Wild Y Fan, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that. And a lot of these dogs really, really are advertising maniacs. Give me just a second. I'm going to find you guys the little clip I have of Doug the Pug. I got him. I caught him in a hallway. I met him like out in the middle of the hallway. And oh, here we go. I found it for you guys. I want to show you guys. So he has a handler and security guards and like literally an entire team of people for a dog. But the dog is worth millions of dollars. Just FYI. Here, I want you guys to see this. I'm going to turn the camera just so you can see real quick. Give me just a second here. Okay, here we go. That's Doug the Pug. I'm sexy and I know it. Yep. So that's Doug the Pug, in case you're wondering. He's worth millions of dollars. So there you go. I need to put my dog on YouTube. Yeah, I should put my dog on YouTube. Yeah, Grumpy Cat is a female, indeed. How did we get on this? I don't know how we got to this topic. But anyways, you guys. Pugs are so freaking cute. Nice swimmer. Yeah, that was Spandy Andy, by the way. Eric, 2012, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate that. So anyways, I can't wait to do the collaboration with the dog. I am doing with the dog. I can't tell you who it is. It's a very not famous dog yet, but I guarantee you one day it's going to be super famous. It's an amazing channel. The mom human who runs it does an awesome job. She does have a unique situation. I'll just leave it at that. And she is from Tampa, so excited to do it. Opportunities abound. And thanks everyone for joining for the live show. Little stinker worth a ton, yeah. Yeah. Paul says that the security guard is necessary. Yeah, Doug's got a security guard and a handler, somebody that like scoops up his poop. Not even kidding. And then his obviously his human parents are hanging out there too. So it's a whole team that takes care of these type of dogs. They're worth millions of dollars. I mean, think about a child actor. You wouldn't want your child actor to get kidnapped. Same thing with these dogs. Some of these dogs, say Purina Puppy Chow reaches out to Doug because he has, 5 million followers and says, hey, can you do an ad eating Purina Puppy Chow? We'll pay you, $100,000. Bang, that quick. One video, one ad, $100,000. And that's why they're worth millions of dollars. A lot of people are like, how does a dog make money on YouTube? How does a dog make money on Instagram? That's how. Once you have enough people watching you, somebody might want to pay a couple $100,000 to put out their product in front of millions of people because they're easily going to make that money back. It's the same as anything else. Why does McDonald's pay $1 million for a Super Bowl commercial? Because it's going to go out to 25 million people and they're going to sell 25 million cheeseburgers. I mean, it's really simple math. And so that's how it works. Yeah, he has an entourage. Did you buy that BMW? Yes, I own the BMW. I do not own it outright. I do make payments on it, but it is not leased. It is not rented. It is owned. And even if a car is leased, it does not make the person broke, and it does not make them any less of a person or a business person, because a lease payment still has to get made. Lease payments are slightly cheaper typically because you're keeping the car and burning up the negative equity. There's no negative equity in a car that's leased and you turn it in. It's just depreciation value, but you still have to make the payment. A lease payment on a BMW i8 at the time that I bought mine was $2,000. I don't care if the car was leased. Somebody still has to make a $2,000 payment. Everyone always says, oh, he leases a car, he must be broke. No, it just means he made a business decision. That's all. Anyways, what did that guy throw at the end of the video? His shorts. No, he threw his shorts. He ripped his pull-away shorts off. His name is Spandy Andy. Go check him out, Spandy Andy. He does those videos on the beach where he dances in spandex and he has that giant boom box. He's crazy. I met him at the pool. He's hilarious. And his message on YouTube is that no matter how embarrassing you think you are or that other people will think of you or judge you, don't let that stop you from doing what you love. He loves dancing. He loves the boombox. He chose spandex in order to give himself a reason to go out there and embarrass himself to have fun. And in the meantime, he now makes hundreds of thousands of dollars dancing in his spandex all over the country, performing at YouTube shows and making YouTube videos and social media. And Spandy Andy is a huge success. Really nice guy, super professional, and was an awesome dude to talk to for a couple minutes at the conference. And I'm sure I'll see him again in March. So, did I get the new drop top? No, it's very, very expensive. The new drop top i8 is like $3,300 a month. It's a very, very expensive car. It's $200,000 after tax and all. Not necessary. I don't need to spend that money. I have more important things to spend the money on right now. So maybe one day, but we'll see. And for that kind of money, you can pretty much get a Lamborghini. So, you know. What's my favorite item to list? Video games and electronics. I love small electronics and video games. I'm not a big fan of clothes, but it's what's available and it's what makes money for most people. I know I don't get it when people say that about leasing. Leasing is great if you can manage the mileage. Absolutely. I used to drive too many miles, which is why I bought mine. Now I don't drive as much, so I could lease one now. To lease, you need to have a FICO score of 720 or higher. That's not completely true. We just leased a... Well, we've leased our SUVs. We always lease our SUVs because we don't drive them as much. When I leased the last SUV 3 years ago, my FICO score was like 700. My score is higher now, but at the time it was right at 700. You can lease cars. I leased my first car ever back in the day with like a 675 credit score. You do not have to have a 720 to lease a car. You will get a better payment if you have 700, 720. But at the time, I only had 675 and 700. Currently now, my score bounces. It's like a yo-yo. It goes like 710, 730, 725. One day I was at like 736. The next day I was at like 708. It just goes all over the place. The reason my credit score goes up and down so much is because I make big credit card payments. I have a lot of debt to income on my credit because of the car, because of this house, because of everything. So it just goes up and down all the time. When I make payments and my debt comes down, you know, like $5,000 or $6,000 in a month, the credit score will go up. And then when the new bill and the new balance is due, or I use money or whatever, then the credit score goes down, and it's just all over the place. As long as you have a 700 or like a 720, you can pretty much get anything that you want that you can afford, as long as your income, you know, justifies it. If your credit score goes under 7 or under like 680, you should probably start working on it and managing your money better. If you're at 725, you're in good shape. Obviously, getting 750 or higher is the goal. My credit score has never hit 750. It's really hard because I have so much on my credit. In order to justify a 750 credit score, I'd have to like double my income. But I'm okay with that because I get low interest rates on pretty much everything. That BMW is financed at 2.9%. You really aren't going to beat that. So I'm okay with that. Don't worry too much about your credit, guys, though. Just worry about making money and having the money to pay your bills, and the credit score will come with it. 820 credit score. That's incredible. Yeah, most people, I read somewhere that of the people in America that have 800 credit scores, it's like 90% over the age of 50. No kidding. Like 90% of anyone with an 800 credit score is over 50 years old because it takes a while to build up. It said people ages 25 to 35 average 700, like 690 to 700. So I fall in that category, of course. So having a 720 credit score to me is fine. Like I don't put too much stock in credit score, honestly, because I know a guy with $1 million in the bank that has like a 650 credit score. Why? Because he has like $2 million in debt. But he can pay all the bills because the $2 million in debt only cost him like $20,000 a month, and he makes that payment like a drop in the bucket. But the credit bureaus do things really weird, so don't put too much stock in that. Don't ever worry about that too much. Yeah. So why don't you just buy a car outright? Because I like expensive cars, and that's kind of my vice in life. And I'm not going to walk into a dealership and drop $60,000 or $150,000 on a car. Trust me, the interest that I'm paying, I will make up way more profit and money using the cash in the bank than giving it to a dealership. Not to mention, and this is no surprise, I couldn't have walked into BMW and handed them $150,000 in cash anyways. Do I have 40, 50, 60,000 in equitable cash? Of course, liquid. But do I have 150,000? No, I don't have $150,000 cash in the bank. And if I did, I wouldn't give it to them anyways. It's just not smart. Anyways. Not having a loan or taking out a credit card. Yeah, I mean, it's smart. A lot of people don't like credit cards. I try not to use credit cards. I do use them. I get cash back. I get rewards. I have, business credit card, a personal credit card. I have a rewards card. I use that stuff, but none of my credit cards are at balances that if I had to, I could not pay them off. I could run my credit down and get rid of it with liquid. And so I try to kind of balance that, like the amount of cash in the bank versus the amount of credit that I use. I kind of just play, I'm what they call the king of float money, which means I use my cash to pay all the bills. And so the interest, let's say that I have $5,000 and I'm paying $1,000 a month in bills or whatever. And the interest is costing me $200. Well, keeping all the cash in the bank and not paying it off allows me to make more than the interest I'm paying and then some. So I'm using the cash to profit $1,000. I charge everything. I pay $200 interest and I still am $800 above. If you're not good and disciplined with money, you can't do it. It takes a very disciplined mind to do what I do, but I float cash in circles every day, all day long, all month. It's what I do. I'm very good at it. And I would never buy a car outright anyways. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, living in San Francisco is very expensive. Where I live is cheap. I mean, I could afford to live in a more expensive city, but it would just be a waste of money, or I'd have to get rid of the car. I mean, it's just the way it is. So anyways. Yeah, I've never been late with anything. I mean, you guys can go to your Credit Karma. If you've never looked on Credit Karma, it's completely free. Download the app. Trust me, it's free. It's not going to run your credit. And it'll tell you. You can see people that have had late payments. People that have had like I don't know, what's the like derogatory marks. That's the word I'm looking for. So if you look, like 100% payment history, 0 derogatory marks. I have 23 accounts open with only 1 hard inquiry. I try not to run my credit ever. My average age of credit history. So this is where I kind of get hit with bad credit things. And it's not bad credit on my thing. It's just a hit on my credit. I buy and sell cars so often, every 2 years, every other year, that my age of credit history never raises. My average age of credit history right now is 3 years and 2 months, but I've been buying cars for 15 years since I was, 20 years old. And I've had my house payment for, going on 6 years. So you're supposed to have an average credit history of like 7, 8 to 9 years, which is why older people have better, credit things. And I'll be happy. I'll show you guys. I bet nobody else does this on stream, right? Look, Gino Hawkins, thanks for the subscription. Look, 23 total accounts on my credit, 1 hard inquiry, 0 derogatory marks, 100% payment history, 85% credit card utilization. And the reason is, 1, all my payments are due on like the 21st. So next week when I pay it, my 85% will drop to like 50%. But I charge up a lot of stuff, inventory and stuff on my cards, and then I pay them down. So when they're charged up, my credit goes that way. And then when I pay them, it goes the other way. So here is payment history. Just in case you guys have never used this, it's good to know. 100% on-time payments on 302 payments on my current credit. 100%. I've never missed a payment. For anybody who thinks, oh, his car's getting repoed, whatever. Never happened. I've never missed a payment on anything. So Anyhow, so there you go. A lot of people. So know your credit, guys. Get Credit Karma. Make sure you know where you're at. Make sure you're tracking your stuff. You know, if you got 700, good to go. So anyways, how long does it take for a store to run and become profitable? It depends. You can be profitable from day one. You could go out to the thrift store and spend $50 on stuff, bring it home and sell it, and sell a $100 item and be profitable. I mean, it really just depends on what you're buying and selling and how quickly you list it, how quickly you know, what you're paying, how quickly you get it out the door, everything like that. Anyways, so let's get back on topic. Well, I think we're pretty much cutting out the middleman topic done. Yeah, hey, Rakin Profit in the house. $5 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Rakin. Tails thanks you as well. Say hi to Steve Rakin. Everybody knows him. Yeah, I have furniture from Ashley. It's 0% interest. I don't pay any interest on it. So why give Ashley furniture $5,000? Just finance it and give him $100 a month. No big deal. So anyhow, that's going to be, I'm going to wrap up here in a few minutes. My lesson to you guys today, make the most out of everything not thrift stores and use the thrift stores as your add-on to your inventory. Try to buy from garage sales, yard sales, Craigslist, Facebook, all those local sources, live auctions, estate sales. Cut the middleman out and profit the most on your items. If you want to make more money, you got to buy cheaper. It's always the answer. Buy your stuff cheaper. Colleen saying hi. Hi to Steve. Everyone's saying hi. Hi to Steve. Thanks so much for joining, Steve, and dropping that $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Mr. Rakin Profits in the house. You guys know Steve. Does everybody know Steve? You haven't lived under a rock, right? Steve came right in while we were dropping the Credit Karma bombs. HTG Photos, thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, so anyways, if there's any last minute questions, please do. Otherwise, I will let you guys get back to your world. Josette Tharp, first time catching you live, following you for 2 years. Thank you so much, Josette. I appreciate that. Chris, I move a lot of old inventory and I have a second eBay store, so don't pay too much attention to some of that stuff. Some of it is cheaper. Some of it you'll see $25, $30 items. Some of it you'll see $10 items. Don't pay too much attention to that. It is a lot of old inventory moving. My other store has electronics and higher dollar items. I also have Amazon. Don't forget about that. Paul, you have a different model. You buy bigger ticket items. So obviously, you know, two different business models: spend less money and flip for more money, or buy higher dollar items with higher profit. It's whichever route. But I find that most of my followers are in the latter, and not in the latter. They're in the first category there. So try to put that on. Look at your phone. I want to ride along in that sweet ride. You guys are welcome. Jamie Pace just sent me a message that said, "Look at my phone." Why am I looking at my phone? Jamie sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Jamie, you sent me like a ridiculous amount of things. Why? George Dubois abstract art red tie for 11? I guess. I don't know. Anyways. $2,000 to spend on inventory. You can spend that quick on yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores. You could go out and turn $2,000 into $6,000 or $8,000. You could spend $2,000. I go out and spend $200 in one day. So you could go out over the course of a week or two and burn $2,000 with a quickness. Buying wholesale with $2,000 is tough. It's tough. Just putting that out there. So, anyways, what else am I looking for, Jamie? What else is on my phone? Jamie said, wait, what do you want me to look at? Hold on. I don't know what I'm looking at, Jamie. I feel like Jamie sent me something important. Anyways, message me again, Jamie. $2,000 on wholesale is tough. I mean, I spend $2,000 a month, so at least, if not $3,000. So you're really not going to go that far with $2,000. Glow, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. I sent stuff. Amazon junk. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, $2,000 is not really enough to start in the wholesale business if that's your whole capital influx. You have to have $5,000-10,000 to really do wholesale successfully. $2,000 is going to buy you one pallet, maybe two if you're buying cheap ones, and you're not going to be able to flip it because you're just going to be sitting from then on. I would recommend just going out with $2,000. Go out, Daniel Brose, thank you for the subscription, Daniel. Go out and buy up 500, $1,000 worth of stuff over the next week and get it up and start recouping the money, and then go back out and spend another 500, 1,000. By the time you do the second week, you'll have the money back to continue cycling it. Turn the $2,000 into 5, 6, 7,000 this month, and then next month do it again and build your bankroll. Keep investing the money, build the bankroll, and then by the time you've done this for 6 months, you'll have $15,000 or $20,000 in the bank that you can roll. Anyway, so that's kind of my lesson for $2,000. Yeah, $600 into in one day at a flea market. Colleen turns into $3,000. I spent $50 the other day or $40, and I'm turning it into like 500, 600. So go out there and do it the smart way, and don't try to burn up all your money on wholesale unless you have a lot of capital to play with. Wholesale's great, but you got to have the capital. Anyways, that's your guys' lesson. You can buy the small makeup lot. Yeah, Deb, do it. Make some money. Anyways, I'll let you guys get back to it. I got to answer 1,000 messages. And in the meantime, I will wish you guys the best of luck. If you have questions, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Leave them in the comment section. If you want to join the VIP group, it is open to everyone now before the end of the year. Christmas specials, everything. $19 a month, $75 for 6 months, or $125 for the year. You will get all of my bolos included with that when you sign up. You get store reviews, one-on-one help, video calls, email priority, the group, all the amazing members. Message me, email me. Whatever you need to do to get a hold of me, I'll put you in the group, and it makes a great Christmas present in case you're wondering. And if you just want to buy the bolos separately, you certainly can do that. You can message me about that as well. I'm going to go sit down, relax, answer your emails that you're about to send me, your messages, get some work done, some accounting, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have an awesome video. We have Macari updates about the UPS shipping, and a couple more bolo videos that I'm going to be putting out about some great Christmas items, so keep an eye out for that. I'll see you then. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Hit the thumbs up button before you leave. It's really important. I appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Happy Thursday. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.